Shalom. I wanted to jump on here real quick and do a quick update on the Restored Scriptures version so you can see our progress and just where we are right now. And Yahuah willing, prayerfully, we'll be doing a few more of these update videos and progress videos just so that you'll have an idea of where we are in the process and where we intend on going with it, and just so you can see for yourself how the project is coming along. Now, I realize that YouTube is not really sending a lot of people notifications on when I even upload videos and stuff like that, and when content is even uploaded onto this network. So for those of you who are just seeing this for the very first time because you did not see our first video, I will link the first video that gives more details about the Restored Scriptures version, what it is, what you can expect from it, just so you can see it if you already have not seen that video. And for those of you who have not seen that video, this is what it actually is. So as you can see right here, this is the Restored Scriptures version. This is the first video we did on it a couple of weeks ago that talks about what it is. You could read this on your own time. I just want to catch everyone up for those of you who might not know, or for those of you who did not receive the notification of the first video. So basically it's a scriptures version that seeks to place the restored names, regions, peoples, and locations back into scripture using the Yahudyth Paleo Hebraic language and tongue. And for those of you who have been with this network for how many years now, you already know that's what we've been doing with the Living Righteously, the Scriptures Often Ignored videos, as well as the Enduring Righteously and Scriptures Often Forgotten videos. And as reiterated before, we will be using the names Yahuah for the Father, Yahusha for the Son, Ruach HaKadosh for the made-apart Spirit, and Alua for the restored title. And again, you can take a look at these videos as well. We also went over in that video why these scriptures are needed and important, and how these scriptures will restore ancient transliterations, pronunciations, and words that were hidden for thousands of years. And we went over a brief history lesson with that. Again, you can read it for your own time. We've already talked about it in the first video. And also, this will be linked in the description box so that you'll be able to see it. It's our donor box link so that you'll be able to take a look at this and read this on your own time, along with the update that we're about to go over. Also, we talked about how the modern Hebrew today does not accurately pronounce or convey the ancient Yahudyth Hebraic words either. This version will also fix common errors and mistranslations and remove pagan words and pagan titles that most of us have grown up with in religion Christianity specifically. And through this version, our prayer and goal is that you will have a more intimate relationship with your Creator by getting to know His name. And then we posted excerpted pages. And again, you could take a look at this on your own time. Again, I just want to catch everyone up for those of you who might have missed the first video. Also, did you know the scriptural names of people and so-called prophets? They have Yah or Yahu in their names. And again, names have meaning, as we've gone over on this network. Like Jeremiah is Yoram Yahu, that means Yahuah exalts. Isaiah is Yashayahu, Yahuah saves. Zechariah Yah, Yahuah remembers. Nehemiah Yah, Nakama Yah, Yahuah comforts. And Joseph Yahusap, Yahuah adds, and so on. There, of course, are so many more. And also, this version is intended to be free with restored acrostics as well. And again, you could take a look at that post in your own time. So now getting into the update, just so everyone can see how we've progressed along the way. And I've also enlarged this so you can see it a little bit better. But this is the update for the Restored Scriptures version, our first update in progress so far. So it says, Shalom Mashpaka, and that means peace be unto you, family. I wanted to jump on here and post an update for you just so you can see how we're progressing along with the Restored Scriptures version. Thank you to everyone so far for your prayers, support, and donations as we journey along in this amazing endeavor. And also, if you would like to see updates to this in the donor box link that is linked in the description box below, you can share your name and your email and subscribe so that you will be able to receive updates as well with this before anyone else. So also, if Yahuah wills, in the name of Yahusha, we look to post more future updates so that you can continue to see our progress and where we are along this journey. So as of writing this first update, we've currently completed 31 books with nearly 800 pages worth of completed material, and Yahuah willing, I'll be taking you to the actual material in just a moment to come, just so you can see for yourself how it actually looks. Now, of course, further additional copy editing and proofreading will be made. So here are the 31 books that are completed. So the prophetic books, or what they call the so-called minor prophets, all those books have been completed. And here are a list of them right here that you could take a look at on your own time. You can also pause this video to read it for yourself. The writings, because again, for those of you who do not already know, scripture is based on categories and is grouped in categories. So you have the prophetic books, you have the Kethubium, also known as the writings, you have the Thura, the first 5 books, and then you have the historic books and the so-called prophetic books as well. For those of you who don't already know how scripture was grouped and ordered back then in the so-called Old Testament, and then of course you have the so-called New Testament too. And then we have the 9 historic prophetic books that are done as well. So these are the books that we've completed since that first initial post that was done 2 weeks ago. So we've completed the Ayaliyim Psalms. All of the 150 chapters are complete. Now, of course, with Psalms, that book requires further proofreading and things of that sort. But as far as actual content, we finally completed all of the content. Yada Yahuah, all praise to Yahuah for that, as well as Yakazakal, Ezekiel, and the Kings, first Kings and second Kings, also known as Molakim as well. And here are just a few pictures that you can see of it. So this is how it looks on the PDF currently, and I'll actually be taking you to that PDF in a moment to come. But as you can see in our draft version, it is close to 800 pages so far, as you can see right here. So as you can see, we're nearly 800 pages. This is how the Ayaliyim Psalms looks. As you can see, this is chapter 119, as you can see right here. And for those of you who don't know, it's written in acrostic form, and we've gone over that a little bit in the first video and on the initial post about how some of the chapters in scripture are actually acrostics. So you can learn more about that in that video as well. You can also take a look at our so-called Hebrew 101 videos that talk more about the Yahudyth, the Paleo Hebrew language as well. So this just gives you an idea of Psalms 119 and how it actually looks. And then this also gives you a preview of Yakazakal, of the book of Ezekiel as well. So this gives you a preview of Yakazakal, Ezekiel chapter 1. Also note how the study notes look in this book as well, because again, we have study notes that will also be included in the Restored Scriptures version for your reference and for your records that can help you out on your own studying journey as you continue to seek Yahuah and his true son Yahusha and really form that intimate relationship in your personal studies in scripture as well. And also we'll be doing preface notes too. On top of that, this also gives you an idea of how the Kings looks, as you can see right here. So this gives you an idea of how a preview of Malakim, 1 Kings chapter 17 through 18. So this is chapter 18 right here. And over here is chapter 17 towards the end of chapter 17. So this just gives you an idea of how it looks. As you can see right here, all Yahu, this is the name commonly known as Elijah. His restored name is back right there, as you can see. Alua, the restored title, is here. Yahuah's name is back where it belongs, and a bunch of other names have been restored as well. Again, that is the goal with this version, is to restore names, the restored names of places, people, and regions in scripture. As you can see, Shamarun, that's commonly known as Samaria, Akab, that's commonly known as Ahab, and Jezebel, that's commonly known as Jezebel. So this just gives you an idea of some of the names that are restored, and places and people in scripture that are there, as well as Abadiah, commonly known as Obadiah. So as you can see in the actual document itself, you can see the name of Yahuah has been restored more than 3,700 times so far. So if I actually go to the find and replace feature in the document, Yahuah's name is there 3,730 times so far. As you can see, it's close to 800 pages and almost 400,000 words so far. So we're also at over 375,000 words. So here's the actual PDF of the document so far, that what we have. Again, it's my goal to be as transparent with you all as possible with this, just so you can see our progress and where we are with the document and where we are in our goals and journeys so far. Again, some books we've yet to actually start on yet, but we'll get to them eventually, Yahuah willing. So here is Yahusha Joshua, as you can see right here. Now, you probably noticed something about this version versus the one that we initially showed you in the previous video. You'll see that the font has been changed from Times New Roman to a different font, and we'll go over about that why in just a moment to come. But you'll see Yahusha Joshua pretty much looks the same as before, aside from the font. As far as the wording and everything goes, again, this just gives you an idea of how it looks on the PDF right here. So if I scroll down to, say, page 53, you'll see Shupatyam Judges right here. And again, you see Yahuah's name. And then Madayan, the restored name for so-called Midian. Amalek right there. So again, these are just places and people's names that have been restored in some of the places in Scripture. So this just gives you an idea of how the PDF looks. And then this is the actual document right here, as you can see. So as you can see right here, we're close to 800 pages and well over 375,000 words. Now, what I like about the document is I can actually go to it. I can actually click on the actual books, as you can see right here, and it'll actually take me to those books, as you can see right here. So the books that we are really have been trucking along through right now have been the Kings, as well as, like we said, Yakazakal. And again, note the notes in the preface, and we'll talk more about that as we get further along in the journey and actually doing the intro and preface and some of the topics that we'll be covering. I know we covered a few in the initial video, such as the word rhinoceros being restored in the scriptures, and other things such as Hadassah as well, commonly known as Esther. In fact, I'll take you to that book in this version here. So we're in the book of Hadassah right now, and you can see that all the places where she's named, Hadassah is back restored. And we even say right here in our notes that we will be using her restored name because, again, that E word actually calls on a pagan deity, and we're not to call on those pagan deities. So that is why you see Hadassah's name all throughout Scripture. So I also wanted to note here a few more updates, changes, and modifications since the first post. So again, due to character limits on Google Docs, because after you reach a certain character limit, you can no longer post anything on it, we had to convert to using Microsoft Word. So we're now using Microsoft Word as the document as opposed to a Google Doc form. Also, due to font issues with Microsoft Word, because folks, I've been having some issues trying to get the font to show the actual name of Yahuah onto the actual document. So we have to use a font that supports the names of Yahuah and Yahusha using Microsoft Word. For some reason, I don't know why, but most modern fonts like Times New Roman, Helvetica, and a few other ones, they do not support the restored names using Word for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. I have no control over that. So because of that, we have to use the fonts that actually show his name. So this is why the font will look different on these pictures, as we just shown you earlier, versus the initial pictures. Also, it's important for you to know that we are now looking into publication to start the publishing process. We're also soon going to be looking into posting the Restored Scriptures version digitally on a website, blog site, etc. We're also going to start on the preface topics for the Restored Scriptures version, so more of that will come in future posts. So please check back for that in future posts, Yahuah willing. Also, for those of you who are wondering, we will be taking physical orders real soon. Now remember, this is free, so this version is free. You do not have to pay for it. It is free with option to donate. So again, if you're interested in donating, if you would like to donate, please stick around because we're going to show you how you can do that. But again, we will be taking physical orders soon. So if you would like your free copy, look for the order form and check back for future updates. Now again, this will be based on a first come, first serve basis. So Yahuah willing, we're going to be looking to have an order form and for you to fill out online. And for those who fill it out first, whatever forms we get first, that's the people that we're going to be sending the copies to first, the physical copies, Yahuah willing, for free. Now again, if you would like to donate to this, you definitely can. We'll show you how in just a moment to come. Our initial goal still remains to have the Restored Scriptures version available on so-called April 1st, 2025, in time for the spring appointed times. And again, we're looking to do this digitally first on either a website, blog post, etc. So the goal is to have it up on the website or blog first, and then we'll start looking into how to ship it to your home or wherever you are, Yahuah willing, when it comes time for that. So thank you again for continuing, for joining us as we continue to witness to the world. Now, again, if you would like to help contribute and donate to this project, you definitely can. And here are a few ways you can do that. You can do so via the donor box link in the description box below by clicking this purple button up here that says donate. You can also receive updates by entering your information and subscribing so that you'll be able to see when we post updates for the Restored Scriptures version. But you could donate this way, and it should allow you to donate via a credit card or debit card as well as bank account. You can also donate via PayPal right here at TruthUnveiled777. That is my personal PayPal, so you can also donate that way. And then also on Cash App at TruthUnveiled777. That is my personal Cash App that you can also donate as well. So once again, all esteem goes to Yahuah the Father in the name of Yahusha the Son. We thank you all so much for your support, your prayers, and also for those of you who've already contributed. We thank you so much for your contributions. It means so much to me and those of us who are involved with the project. Also, for those of you who are wondering when it will be available for orders, we're praying within the next month, Yahuah willing, but definitely check back here. And again, some of you might have to check back manually if you're not getting notifications on when videos are being uploaded, just to see when we're posting. But remember to continue to seek Yahuah and his true son Yahusha for even more truth. And once again, thank you all so much for supporting. This is Truth Unveiled here saying, as always, Shalom.